administración de Donald Trump mantiene en estado de tensión a la economía mundial.
I think it's going very well. It was an operation, like when a patient gets operated on, and it's a big thing. I said this would exactly be the way it is. The markets are going to boom, the stock is going to boom, the country is going to boom, and the rest of the world wants to see, is there any way they can make a deal? They've taken advantage of us for many, many years. For many years, we've been at the wrong side of the ball, and I'll tell you what, I think it's going to be unbelievable. You'll see how it's going to turn out. Our country's going to boom.
The problem is they cheat. They cheat like crazy. Canada cheats, Mexico cheats, just one of those things. But we're setting a table, and we're going to have great trade, and we're going to have a very strong country. Our country is going to be at a level that has maybe never been, or maybe, our country was the strongest, believe it or not, from 1870 to 1913. You know why? It was all tariff-based. We had no income tax. Then in 1913, some genius came up with the idea of let's charge the people of our country, not foreign countries that are ripping off our country. And the country was never that kind of wealth. We had so much wealth, we didn't know what to do with our money. The European Union's been very bad to us. They don't take our cars, like Japan in that sense. They don't take our agricultural product. They don't take anything practically. And yet they send millions of cars in a year, Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, BMWs. They're sending millions and millions of cars into the U.S., but we don't have a car that's been sold to the European Union or other places, but let's go for the European Union. And it's not going to be that way. It's got to be fair, reciprocal. It's got to be fair. It's not fair.
I know that many of you feel let down by our oldest ally. Yes, we must brace for the impact that this will inevitably have. Europe has everything it needs to make it through the storm. We are in this together. If you take on one of us, you take on all of us. So we will stand together and stand up for each other. Our unity is our strength. Europe has the largest single market in the world, 450 million consumers. That is our safe harbor in tumultuous times. And Europe will stand at the side of those directly impacted.
And those tariffs have come in, and every country's called us. That's the beauty of what we do. We put ourselves in the driver's seat. If we would have asked some of these countries, almost most of these countries, to do us a favor, they would have said, no, now they'll do anything for us. But we have tariffs, they've been set, and it's going to make our country very rich.
We stand ready to negotiate with the United States. Indeed, we have offered 0 for 0 tariffs for industrial goods, as we have successfully done with many other trading partners, because Europe is always ready for a good deal. So we keep it on the table. But we are also prepared to respond through countermeasures and defend our interests.
L'ampleur et le caractère négatif est avant tout pour l'économie américaine. Et une chose est sûre, avec les décisions de cette nuit, l'économie américaine et les Américains, qu'il s'agisse des entreprises ou des citoyens, sortiront plus faibles qu'hier et plus pauvres. Et je pense qu'il faut le marteler. Et il faut le marteler, et nous, il faut tenir, je vais y revenir, parce que ces décisions, elles ne sont pas soutenables pour l'économie américaine elle-même. L'impact sur l'économie américaine est immédiat, là où il va mettre plusieurs années à être tangible dans les économies européennes, mais surtout, il est bien plus massif.
President's announcement on tariffs last night? I think the reception will be very positive. This is not a meeting about, of course, the economic issues and subjects. It will be. We are really focused. The focus here of all 32 is how to defend NATO territory against the Russians, our long-term threat, which will be there even after, I hope, there will be a deal on Ukraine. The Russian threat will be there for many years to come. We are seeing what China is doing. We're seeing how these two theaters, the Indo-Pacific and the Euro-Atlantic, are getting more and more connected by the fact that the Russians are working together with the North Koreans, with the Chinese, with the mullahs in Iran. So we have to look at all these theaters in conjunction, and that will be our focus.
Их наказывают за плохое поведение. Вот за Только в прошлом году на один из французских банков был наложен штраф почти в $9 миллиардов. Toyota заплатила $1,2 миллиарда. Коммерцбанк подписал соглашение немецкий о выплате в американский бюджет $1,7 миллиарда. И так далее, и так далее. Главная угроза для европейцев в критической и все возрастающей, уже практически тотальной зависимости от США. В военной, политической, технологической, идеологической и информационной сферах.
Утратили чувство национального самосознания и попали в такую зависимость от других стран, прежде всего из Северной Америки, которая не дает им возможности реализовывать главное, ради чего их люди избирали – защищать интересы собственных стран и народов. Вот в этом проблема, в этом трагедия, сегодняшняя трагедия Европы. Это очевидная вещь.
Переманивают европейский бизнес в свою территорию. Чего же здесь союзнического? Да? Или Франции взяли, отобрали заказ на подводные лодки в Австралии, и все. Унизили просто страну. И все умылись, сказали, спасибо большое, заходите еще.
Are you open to deals with these countries if they're calling you?
Well, it depends. If somebody said that we're going to give you something that's so phenomenal, as long as they're giving us something that's good. For instance, with TikTok as an example, we have a situation with TikTok where China will probably say, we'll approve a deal, but will you do something on the tariff?
美国长期滥用非法单边制裁和所谓长臂管辖，粗暴干涉其他国家内政，中方对此坚决反对。我们呼吁美方停止干涉委内瑞拉内政，废除对委内瑞拉的非法单边制裁，多做有利于委内瑞拉和其他国家和平、稳定发展的事。贸易战、关税战没有赢家，加征关税只会让美国企业和消费者承受更大的